community, we opted for a different approach. So what we will do is that we will discard completely the cybersecurity law, because we have been investigating that there are a lot of laws in it, like the Article 29. So and you will give like some of the recommendations that we end up to.
Okay. So our recommendation, as I said, Hamza, discard this new bill, forget about it, and we will work on the original text, which is already covering these cyber crimes, those similar crimes, and we suggest that we add definition of these cyber crimes and establish a legal process of treating and processing those crimes by trials, putting on a transparent process, by preserving and holding and keeping compliance with international standards and international laws or regulations, and doing all of this in a multi-stakeholder environment, bringing everyone on the table, around the table, and hearing from everyone to define those crimes, how to deal with it, and how to punish them. It's not logical, it's not acceptable to give a lifetime sentence for someone who's doing blasphemy. I mean, it might hurt someone, yes, I know that, but it's not a lifetime sentence or 20 years for in a maximum security jail. While if he does the same thing on a TV, he gets up to 5 years. There is a big difference here between the original text of offline crimes and new text dealing with online crimes. This is not acceptable in our point of view. So these are our recommendations.
Yeah, even if our point of view was like there was a lot of confusion in the group. Some of the members of the group said that we should preserve the cybersecurity law, and like I am with the fact of imprisoning people for a certain period. But I think that the responsibility of academics as intellectuals, I think, is to explain and to amend laws and try to explain these laws for civil society practitioners, and at the same time work with government officials to give recommendations to them, to explain the laws to government officials who don't really come from a legal background sometimes. So to say to them that this law is not good or this law is bad, and give like the reason why. Because I mean, the environment in Egypt is the big battle is between online freedom of expression and state security, and I think that those laws are generally applicable for state security reasons, and not meant really to guarantee online freedom of expression for cybersecurity or for cyber activists, right?
Great. Bravo. Any question for them, for the academic? You're so quiet this session. Okay.
I think that at the academic level, we can strengthen the awareness of students in terms of security, in terms of good behavior, in order to have good habits while using the mainly social networks or emails to protect their selves from, for example, identity spoofing.
For the records, myself, I've been teaching. No, it's not. I've been teaching for the Naval Academy and the whole military and all three academies a 13-hour course about legal and copyrights and licenses and every kind of license of software and use of software and use of internet. I've been doing this for the last 10 years. Every year, 30 hours course about this stuff. Open source, closed source, proprietary, everything. Yeah. We include all kinds of licenses of writing and using, like Creative Commons. What is Muhammad? Creative Commons license and.
Yeah, I think there is in the Arab world, there is a whole culture that must be understood. I mean, the notion of privacy, for example. I think in the Arab world, we tend in our cultural behavior in society, we tend to share everything, like intimate discussions, intimate detail about our families, about our private lives, and we tend to put everything online. So I think before talking or zooming on the problem from a legal background, there is like a societal behavior in the Arab world that should be reformed. Like, I think people, they should be aware of the fact that everything that they say, they can be surveyed, or everything that they put on the internet, they can be used against them. So there is, I think, a privacy culture that should be reformed, but that will take a lot of time. But I think that, yeah, this is an issue that we should work on, right? And,
Can I add something? I think that we should start awareness at school.
yeah.
It's too late if we start at the university. We should learn to our kids or to our teenagers, because they are the main users of the internet. They should be aware of what they are putting on their wall in Facebook. That will never be erased. There is a responsibility, and there are their private data which is shown to everybody. So education should start early, as for privacy and for security.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I think there is a misconception when we talk about internet governance and how we govern things. Like, for example, like in many countries in the Arab world, when we talk, for example, about the issues of the people that are concerning people, I don't know, like poverty, governance, or other issues, we go to the institutions concerned with the problem, not the people who should be really who the problem's targets. So I think that we should begin by what the people need first, and reform that, not what the institutions need. So we go to IJF, or we go to ICANN meeting to really try to dive in certain policies, but we don't consult the end users themselves and those communities and what they need. I think that this bottom-up reform should be enhanced, and we should be like, I think, include more end users and their recommendation into the debate. I think.
Good point. I just want to add to what Hamza said is, like, from many meetings with like Arab government representative, I mean, there's many smart people, there's many people who want to push the discussion in a positive way, but when we start talking about internet, their first reaction is like, internet is bringing a lot of flow of information, and most of these information might be requesting, I don't know, might be exposing corruption against us, might be something that we are afraid of. So government representatives are trying to control the flow of information from point A to the group of people, instead of thinking about it in a way that there's this democratic flow of information going from point A to point B to point Z. How can we really use education through the flow of information? How can we actually use it to build capacity embedded in our own system, in our own processes? So those kind of two different mindsets that I don't see a lot in the Arab region. I mean, I hope we see it in the next few years. I mean, this is a new discussion, so hopefully in the next coming period we'll start seeing more of this.
Or we use in, like, we call the informal institutions.
Yes.
The way that we deal about internet governance. Yeah, so.
Thank you so much, guys.